UFC welterweight division matchup. All right, so here he is, one of the more prolific takedown artists in the UFC at present. And when you get some praise from Daniel Cormier when it comes to your offensive takedown game, you know you're doing something right.
And we talk about wrestlers and judo players and grapplers, but this guy just combines all of that. He is able to use foot sweeps from the grappling game. He is able to use throws from judo, and he's able to use wrestling from the wrestling game to take people down. He has an array of takedowns at his disposal, and he uses every single one of them. From the speed of the level change to the timing to the knowledge of where to go next when the guy starts to defend, he's truly, truly something special.
I don't think he could take you down, but tonight he doesn't have to. So in this matchup, prevailing wisdom is he'll be able to get this fight to the canvas. Well, we probably trot out the term well-rounded in modern-day mixed martial arts more than we should, but this fighter certainly fits the bill.
Oh, 110%. He can do everything inside the octagon. Where he is most comfortable is inside of that 8-sided structure where most men are terrified of being. But for this gentleman, he only wants to be there. When you try to wrestle him, he's able to defend takedowns. If you dare stand and strike with him, he can knock you out. He's got all the tools necessary to become a UFC champion.
His first martial art, mixed martial arts, and that's not always the case. He believes that he should have a lot of advantages in this matchup tonight. Our tale of the tape for this highly anticipated welterweight fight. More than 5 years apart. Some differences in height and reach. And with the official introductions, here is the veteran voice of the Octagon, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record of 10 wins, no losses. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Fighting out of Stockholm, Sweden, Khamzat Chimaev! And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a mixed martial artist, holding a professional record of 20 wins, 4 losses. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Fighting out of Boca Raton, Florida, Gilbert Burns. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the Octagon is Herb Dean.
Herb Dean, our referee for this one.
Ready.
Well, for all the places we go in the world, few can hold up to this one. Good evening from T-Mobile Arena here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Opened April of 2016. UFC went there for the first time at UFC 200, and they've been bringing big shows seemingly every other month ever since.
They call Vegas the fight capital of the world. And if you're talking about a home base for the UFC, you're talking about T-Mobile Arena, home to some of the biggest UFC events ever. UFC 200, Conor McGregor versus Khabib Nurmagomedov. This place has been...
Oh, how about the transition to the ankle pick? Now we will see where he goes from here.
Got the ankle pick. Let's see how he advances from this position.
Doesn't gain top position.
What a beautiful takedown, but he just waited for 1 second, and his opponent reacted before he could secure top position.
Nicely done. Strong bottom work here, staying busy. All right, we'll see how he chooses to defend here. Well, there are a few things more fun to watch in mixed martial arts than these type of transitions and scrambles on the ground.
High-level grappling can really be entertaining.
Keeping busy here off of his back. Nice offense from the bottom. Well, you know, I don't like the gi very much, but I have an appreciation and a healthy one for these type of transitions.
You can tell he's been in the gi at some point in his life with the way that he moves so freely.
I'm skipping jiu-jitsu next week, too. Working off of his back here. Looks like he may try to hip escape. All right, great position for him here. He's got the full mount. See if he can get that ground and pound going.
Oh, he's got to get it going, but he can't rush. A lot of times, guys get into full mount and they rush, they get nervous. They're like, oh my goodness, I'm winning. Reality is, you're winning, but it can change in a matter of seconds because then they can be gone. He's got to drop his hips, be really heavy at the opponent's base, and then just start to work. Make the opponent give his back so that he can try to get his chokes off or find great ground and pound, but very patient ground and pound from such a dominant position.
Oh, man, this ground and pound is good. Probably my favorite striking realm in MMA, and he's as good as it gets.
The problem is the opponent is not controlling his posture. He's allowing his opponent to get up, and when he does, it creates distance and space to land these beautiful ground and pound combinations. Watch triangle, watch triangle. Now he's okay. Now he can escape.
Oh, back up again. You can't hold a good man down. Oh, beautiful jab by him there. Really taking advantage of what is an obvious edge and reach. Nice kick landed there by Burns. Got the single collar tie. Stuffs the takedown there. How good is his takedown defense? Oh, and now a beautiful hip toss, DC. We'll see if he can capitalize from here.
I mean, that was beautiful. The way that he took the underhook, stepped all the way across, and hit that hip toss.
Oh, really nice work to keep busy off of his back as he lands some more offense here from Buff. Remaining active here in his pursuit of the submission. Another attempt here.
He's got his chin in, but now it's starting to slip under the neck.
He might get a finish here. And this might just be a matter of time. Wow. Back to the feet now. Burns' strike attempt there is blocked. All right, he engages in the single collar tie. Both guys really throwing with authority. Well, a lot of people think he might have the best jab in this division, certainly using it effectively here.
I mean,
now he's masterful from here.
Oh, he went to a single, switched to a high crotch. Oh. Big slam takedown. That was beautiful.
All right, north-south position here. We'll see if the crowd...
Notice how he's walking him over to the opposite side. Oh, he's got a choke.
Excuse me? Windshield choke.
A windshield choke. He took the arm with him.
And he's out. Horn sounds for the end of round one. All right, a lot of highlights from which to choose over those previous 5 minutes, DC. Let's take a look at the replay.
Yeah, and for all the good that he did in that round, it was the punching that really led to him really taking control of the fight. He did a great job finding his shot over and over again.
Esse round você foi bem, mas você não pode ir pro chão. A luta tem que focar no alto. Você só vai acertar ele se estiver de pé. Tem que ter muita atenção nesse round.
You ready to fight? Ready. Good.
Well, he continues to find the openings tonight. Beautiful connection with a punch there.
Accuracy at its best.
Oh, beautiful entry as he secures the double leg takedown. Nice hammer fist. Man, look how flexible those legs are. He's got him in rubber guard. I don't think I can do that if I tried.
I mean, John, don't sell yourself short. You just might be able to do it. But if you do, John, you're doing it with the idea that you're slowing everything down as a defensive fighter. There are submissions, right? There are submissions, but they're very rare submissions that we don't see used very often in the UFC.
Now trying to hip escape.
He's just trying to move out of this position off the bottom. The Kimura is not the arm. It's the shoulder pressure that usually makes you tap.
Nice job using his strength there to posture up. We'll see what he can do now.
He's going to start looking to land big shots from the top.
Lands a strike now from the bottom. Nice work there by Burns. All right, inside his opponent's guard here, DC. You don't want to play around here too long.
No, you got to either have two hands in or two hands out, or guys start to attack triangles.
Closed guard here. He's very comfortable here working off of his back, DC. All right, well, both fighters pretty comfortable on the ground, DC, but you got to be very careful hanging out here for too long if you're his opponent. Closed guard. All right, he's very comfortable fighting off his back, DC. Now looks like he's trying to hip escape.
Yeah, he's trying to hip escape or maybe look for a Kimura here.
Well, he's more than content to work off of his back, DC, where he has been a magician in his UFC career. Oh, he postured up there, gained some valuable separation.
And now the ground and pound starts. Oh, nice right hand.
Well, anytime you are in a ground fighting situation with this fighter, you're potentially playing with fire. Trying to pass the guard here, but a nice job by the bottom fighter defensively.
Bottom fighter did a fantastic job of following with his hips, making sure he blocked any attempt to get past his guard.
Closed guard. Rubber guard for him now, DC. Some people believe this is nothing more than a stall tactic. What do you think the offensive fighter is trying to do?
He needs to regain his posture, right? He needs to shove that foot down around his neck, shove it down, build your base, get that arm free, and then get back to work, trying to advance position to your ground and pound.
Right.
If you play in there, you can find yourself in a lot of danger if you're not careful.
Now, the guy's attacking the triangle. He finds himself in trouble because he got a little bit lazy in the full guard.
Looks like he's trying to manipulate the head. This could be tight.
Oh, man, that was slick.
All right, bottom fighter here, maybe looking to hip escape, DC. Closed guard. Oh, and he escapes up to his feet. Very nice. Back and forth we go. And now he's got that tie clinch. We'll see what he can do with it.
He's gonna try to take him down. There you go.
Oh, slams him down with authority, DC. Now we'll see what he can do with it, but certainly an impactful moment in the round.
He slams him down with so much conviction, and nothing is more discouraging for your opponent than being lifted up off of his feet and then slammed back down to the mat.
Outstanding ground and pound here. Somewhat of a lost art in MMA, at least in terms of making sure that every strike counts. Not an issue for him.
He's making every single one of them count. He is not pity-patting. He's not touching. Every punch that lands, he wants you to feel it.
All right, working inside the closed guard now. Burns gets up. He is back on the feet here. Well, he's really starting to land a high number of strikes here in the second round. No denying that he has taken the message from his corner and picked up the pace here in round two. Well, you saw the tail of the tape. He has a reach advantage and made good use of it there with that punch. Takedown defense holds up. Oh, nice counter punch there. Again, we talked about the reach advantage off the top of the show. Certainly paid dividends for him there. Well, he has stayed busy and he has stayed accurate. Nice combination.
Very accurate, a lot of activity, and the hands look phenomenal tonight.
Stuffs that takedown attempt without issue.
Big punch from the clinch.
Double leg takedown.
Another big takedown.
All right, so there's the end of the round. The storyline over those previous 5 minutes. Volume takedowns, offensive wrestling.
Yeah, this is an exhausting type of fight. Not only for the offensive fighter, but also for the opponent. Always being under attack, always being defensive, always reacting starts to really wear at your gas tank. It's interesting to see who is more fresh going into the next round.
All right, next round is underway. You know these are two of the more conditioned fighters on the roster, so cardio is not going to be an issue here. And for some fighters, you know, you can have one of those adrenaline dumps or the cardio abandons you on fight night. Not the case for these two guys. Both look very fresh as we start this next round. Well, just as he did in the previous round, continuing to land a high number of strikes here, and he hasn't really showed any signs of slowing down. Scary, scary proposition for the opponent. right, so you got to be careful playing on the ground with this guy. You don't want to mess around for too long.
He got his foot on the hip, and now he's throwing up a triangle attempt. He's going to try to move his left arm across to get pressure on the choke.
Nicely done. Bottom fighter trying to control posture, unable to do so.
And now he's in a lot of danger. He's got to grab that head or he's going to get blasted. Big kick lands.
The distance gets the single collar tie. Timing his shots pretty well here early, DC.
He's doing a great job of mixing things up, keeping busy, being very accurate. Big punch lands over the top. How's he going to follow this one up?
Oh, and now the hip toss in a good position now to build out damage.
He did a great job of stepping all the way across to get that hip toss. Now look for him to start chasing down a submission. Watch triangle, watch triangle. There he is, he's moving to the finishing position. Now he's okay, now he can escape.
Well, pretty good work off of the bottom here by Burns. I mean, how many can he take? All right, so inside the open guard of his opponent. You got to be careful playing around for too long here on the ground with this guy. All right, trying to pass here. As Glover Teixeira might say, not today.
Not today. Great job of following with the hips, keeping those legs locked and keeping them in full guard.
A lot of top pressure being applied here. Beautiful movement, hip work on the ground here, just outstanding with the transitions.
He is not staying in one place on the ground. That's very important.
All right, working on the ground here, his opponent's feet on the hips. All right, he's trying to control posture here. Now trying to hip escape.
He's gonna start trying to move to a submission here. It looks like he's trying to attack an arm triangle. Watch triangle, watch triangle.
And he's out. All right, dominant position for him here, full mount. If you're the bottom fighter, better start moving those hips, DC.
Oh, you gotta start moving those hips. What you should do initially, right, is start to push at the knees. Push at the hips, create some distance, shrimp, and try to recollect half guard. Half guard sucks, but it's much better than being mounted fully by your opponent.
All right, we'll see if he can apply pressure inside his opponent's guard here, DC. 90 seconds remain in the fight. Working off of his back here. Looks like he may try to hip escape. Oh, nicely done there as he escapes back to his feet. Well, he is really starting to apply a lot of pressure here down the stretch. Not as much offense earlier in the fight. He is making up for lost time now.
Look at the turnover in that kick.
How good is that right hand? Nice job by him to get the knee to the target there, using his length exceptionally well tonight.
What a punch.
Oh, and he lands another punch there, and you can tell at this point, he is going right at that cut on his opponent.
Right at the cut on the eye, just making sure he knows that I'm going to be targeted. Take him down, cut him. Take him down, cut him. Over and now he has a headlock trying to pin his opponent's back down flat onto the mat. Look for him to transition to an arm triangle to try to chase the finish. Watch triangle, watch triangle.
Then he's out. And he landed the right hand there. All right, closed guard now. You got to be careful, though. He's got a lot of submissions off his back. All right, he's very comfortable fighting off his back, DC. Now looks like he's trying to hip escape.
Yeah, he's trying to hip escape or maybe look for a Kimura here.
All right, so he postures up here and now figures to rain down some ground strikes.
Yeah, the ground and pound would be aplenty from this position.
All right, so the fighters go the distance tonight. We'll look back at some of the highlights, and if you can't stop the takedown, probably not getting your hand raised tonight.
And he was willing to land multiple takedowns. It wasn't one takedown and a whole bunch of top control. It was multiple takedowns that allowed him to get this victory. Great performance.
All right, the official decision is now in. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges scored this contest 30-27, declaring the winner by unanimous decision, Khamzat Chimaev!
All right, so the judges are in agreement tonight. He is your winner by unanimous decision. Certainly pretty easy fight to score, I thought.
Yeah, I thought it was an easy fight to score. Whereas his opponent had a few moments, he was the one that truly did lead all the interactions. He's the person that truly did dictate if the fight was standing or on the ground. This is his fight. He won this fight, and he won it in dominant fashion.